What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl CHIAMAKA and we're back with another girl talk. Today I wanted to talk about just a lot of different things that I've been learning in this season of my life. I've been learning about relationships. I feel like I'm always learning about relationships. But I mean, literally most of our lives are spent doing something in relationship with others. So I feel like there's always going to be a lesson to learn in relationship, in the way you respond, deal with the things that come up in relationship. So I wanted to share some things that I've been learning about relationship, learning about, pursuing my dreams, learning about God, learning about just where I've been at, y'all, where I've been at in this current season of my life. Right now, I'm in a space where I feel like God is truly, truly trying to get me to, how do I say this? The Lord is tugging on me. The Lord is calling on me. The Lord is calling on me. The Lord is calling on me. And it's tough sometimes when you feel like I'm just tired of having to sacrifice. I'm tired of having to do this work. I'm tired of having to suffer. Like sometimes I just want to chill. Sometimes I just want to be. Sometimes I just want to not do nothing. But I know that I don't feel peace in that. Like I know that there are things that God has called me to that is going to require my obedience, that is going to require my effort, that's going to require my discipline. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm really tired. The economy is crazy. The world is crazy. People are having to work 2 to 3 jobs just to get by. Not even be comfortable, but to get by. That it's just concerning. It's worrisome. It's sad. It's heartbreaking. It's fucked up in a way, in a lot of ways, more than one. And sometimes you just want to just chill. It's just like, damn, how long do I have to keep suffering? How long do I have to keep, being on this hamster wheel? How long do I have to keep putting, my hands to the plow for what feels like nothing's really coming out of me? And I think the reason why I feel exhausted in doing this work, I feel myself growing weary, is because I have not really truly been suffering well. I haven't truly been 100% obedient. I really haven't. I have been doing my own thing. Sometimes I have been choosing my way. And not that I'm trying to intentionally be disobedient. Not that I am trying to just completely turn away from the thing God has called me to. But, sometimes you just feel like, bro, I'm tired. I feel like I'm doing and I'm doing and I'm doing and I'm doing. And it just feels like, bro, like I'm tired. I don't want to do it no more. Where's the harvest? Where's the fruit? And I know that fruit, whatever that fruit is that I'm praying for, will only come through sacrifice. It's only going to come through obedience. It's only going to come through really doing the work, really walking out the process 100% thoroughly in the way that God has called you to walk it out. I know that deep down in my spirit. I don't know how. I don't know why. I just know. And there's no shortcuts. There's no, one foot in, one foot out. There's no, doing it somewhat my way, then doing it somewhat, like it's you all in or you all out. And I think sometimes that can get tiring. That can get exhausting. That can get frustrating. That can get depressing. That can feel overwhelming because it's like, yo, this huge thing that you're calling me to do, you're calling me to accomplish, you're calling me to walk through. Baby, I don't know if I could do that by myself. Matter of fact, I know I can't do that by myself. I know I can't do it all on my own. Knowing what I come from, knowing what I currently deal with, knowing what may come before me or ahead of me that I may not see, and knowing how I may respond or react. Knowing all of these things, or not even knowing what may come on the other side, the unknown, all of this extra stuff that comes with having to process the thing that God has caused you to walk out, and being able to weigh the cost, weigh out the cost. And he calls us to do it, right? He calls us to really count the cost. If this is something that you truly feel called to do, let's walk it out then. But if you still hesitant, if you still got doubts, go ahead and set this one out until you really get to a place where you are unmovable, unshakable, confident, and standing firm in your belief and trust that this is the way. This is the path. This is what I've called you to, and you got to commit to it fully and thoroughly. And, you know, I think sometimes, too, I find myself frustrated or mad at God because certain things haven't happened for me when I wanted or in a way I would have wanted. And it's like, well, if you do it the way I called you to do it, then you may actually see what it is that you're praying for. And then it's also reminding myself, too, to not even idolize the fruit of a thing or the success of a thing or the result of a thing. That my only focus should really be about doing the work. My only focus should really be about doing this work that God has called me to do and letting him do what he wants to do with it at the end of it. Because at the end of the day, this life is really about you and God and the people that he has around you. It's not about, I mean, it can feel like it's about success and money and fame and notoriety and all of these things that we all strive for. But when it comes down to it, it really doesn't even truly matter. It really doesn't bring a satisfaction to the soul beyond, you know, what you experience at the highest of the highest. Like, okay, you experience it, and then what? And then what? And so I'm also learning to surrender this idea of making it there, being there, and trusting that all I'm called to do is just walk. All I'm called to do is just do this work. All I'm called to do is just be obedient and trust God in handling the rest. Do I have dreams to be at a certain place and visions to be at a certain place? Yes, 100%. And I hope and pray and believe that God will see it through if it's according to his will. And I'm also allowing myself to, this is still a process. This is not something I've not arrived here yet. But I will say that I am learning to at least process what truly walking the things that he's called me to walk out, what does that truly mean? What does that truly look like if it goes one way or the other? Like, how do I process this? How do I accept it? All of that. So that's what this season of my life has been like. Really just letting go of things that have been a hindrance or a distraction or a block. That, you know, some of them are easy to cut off, but some of them are a little bit more difficult because it's an addiction or it's ingrained in us or it's normalized. You know, like scrolling, for example. Like, I think that can play a big number on this idea of trying to, you know, be on this hamster wheel and chase after this thing and do all of these things that maybe may not even be in alignment, but because you saw so-and-so do it or because so-and-so didn't got all of this, now you feel like you got to do it like that. And it's like, no, like that's not even something I caused you to. That's not even something that I designed you to be able to even do. Like, I've caused you to this and you too worried about what other people got going on. Then, you know, depression starts to seep in and anxiety starts to seep in and jealousy and envy and all of that. And it's like yet another cycle that the enemy tries to keep you in, another distraction that he tries to use to get you off track, get you off path. And it just becomes this like cycle, you know, this cycle that you find yourself in with the enemy, with yourself. So I'm really trying to learn how to fully walk with 100% commitment, trust, and confidence in whatever the Lord has called me to. Because I I don't have anything else, child. I am not banking on anything else but the word. Let's see. My goal and my mission is to trust that God got it. As long as I do my part, God got it. Whatever that looks like. And I'm also praying for my heart to be open to whatever the Lord does with the things that He's called me to. And to be able to, you know, still carry the spirit of the Lord on the inside of me. The spirit of humility, maturity, wisdom, grace, love. And the way He's allowed me to journey through this season of my life. So yeah, like there are a lot of things I'm praying to God for. But I would say also on the flip coin, on the flip side of that, you know, I do believe that God is calling me to growth. Ooh, I felt that so. I felt that one. I truly do believe God is calling me to growth. I'm sorry, I felt that one so deeply. I truly believe that the Lord is calling me to growth. And I know that in order to see growth, I have to let certain things go. My God. It sounds simple, but when you are thinking about the current situation that you're struggling with, you're at war with, that you're thinking about, like there's a thing that's come to mind as I'm sharing this with you right now. You're thinking about that relationship or that environment that you're in or that job or, you know, that habit or whatever the thing is that you know you need to let go in order to be free to grow in the way God has called you to grow. Jesus. And it's hard sometimes. It's hard because it's comfortable. It's safe. It feels good. It's all the things. You know what I'm saying? It's pleasing to the flesh. But baby, whatever you sow in the flesh is what you reap in the flesh. But I'm trying to sow things in the spirit. I'm trying to sow things in the spirit so I can reap of the things of the spirit. I'm trying to see a certain lifestyle for myself or do, you know, a certain things in life that only can be done by the spirit. It can only be done in the spirit. But yet I'm still holding on to a lot of fleshly things, a lot of things that are distractions, a lot of things that are not beneficial to my growth. And I know God has called me to grow. The things that, oh Lord, it's just so heavy because I know God has called me to transition. I know God has called me to move. I know God has called me to let go. I know God has called me to drop and stop and start to pick this up and start to do this. Like I know God is calling me to growth. Oh, I'm so glad I was able to like make sense of that because I feel like there's just been like a theme of all the things that are happening in my life in different ways. But they all kind of come back to the central theme that God is calling me to growth. And God may be calling you to a place of growth as well. It could be in the things that He's calling you to put down, the things that He's calling you to let go, the thing that you know He's tugging on your heart to reconsider, you know, read some letter, you know? Like you have to truly, truly be real with yourself about the things that you know God is telling you to let go of, to leave, to end, to start. Those things you may feel like it's impossible or, you know, it can never happen. But one thing I do know about God, with Him, it's possible. I truly do believe in the Lord pursuing someone. When He's really trying to get your attention, I do believe the Lord will pursue you. I'm not saying that, you know, you should just be on a wilding out spree, but I do believe God will meet you where you at. So whatever it is that you're struggling with, whatever it is that you are having a hard time letting go, I think God and who He is will do what He needs to do in order to set you free or to provide the opportunity for you to be set free or to close that door or to, you know, shut something down or to end a thing that you didn't even have to do. It was all in the Lord. It was all God. And I've experienced God do that with me this year. And I know that He is currently doing that with me again right now. So I know that this journey that I'm going to have to embark on is going to be a serious journey. I feel it. I think even when you know that God is calling you higher, when God is calling you to the next level, when God is calling you to greater, when God is calling you to this next level of whatever it is that he's calling you to, with that will come a sacrifice. And having to sacrifice what you're used to, what you're comfortable in, what you've always known, that is scary. That is scary, and it feels like it's not possible. It feels like it's, if even if it feels possible, it feels like it may be very hard to do. Hell, you may really enjoy whatever it is that he's calling you to let go. You may really enjoy and love the thing that you know you have to end. But you can't tell me that you want growth. You can't tell me that you want whatever it is that you're praying to God for if you're not willing to follow the blueprint that he's laying out for you. Because he'll lay out. Like, if you really sit with the Lord long enough and deep the things that he's trying to teach you and speak to you or reveal to you about the things that you are praying for, he'll give you a roadmap. And I don't know, I just speak for myself. I just believe that God, if he's doing that for me, he's doing it for others. He will give you at least maybe the first 1 or 2 steps on the path that you know that you want to be on. But along with those 1 or 2 steps comes another responsibility or another task or another thing he's calling you to do, to let go or to end. Let go and cut off or start. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are going to be specific instructions that the Lord is giving you to walk out in order to see this thing that you are praying for, in order to see growth. And you won't be able to fully receive this thing you're praying for until you truly follow every step 100%. Because God, God, he stand by what he said. God is not a man that he shall lie. God, he gonna stick by his word now. He not gonna say one thing and do the other one. That's what my Bible say that the Lord that we serve is. He stand by his word. He lets his yes be his yes and his no be his no. So as far as I'm concerned, if God is saying, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, and I also need you to do 1, 2, 3, best believe you got to do X, Y, Z, and 1, 2, 3 in order to see the other side of the thing. Yeah, you can't do X, Y, Z, and 1, 2, but not 3, and then expect to see the full manifestation. You may get some kind of return on being obedient to the 1, 2, 3, the X, Y, Z, and the 1, 2, but you won't see the full manifestation of what God was really trying to do had you done all the steps. You know what I'm saying? And this is just speaking heavy to me because I already know. And sometimes we run, like I said before, because it's scary, it's uncomfortable, it's the unknown, it's a new path that we've never had to walk on, or we've never seen anybody before us or alongside us walk this path. So it's scary. It just feels like, what? You want me to do what? You want me to do, huh? Well, I mean, I know what you're calling me to do, but I don't know if it's possible. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. I like it too much. I'm addicted to it. I enjoy it. Whatever it does for you, or whatever it is that God is calling you to start doing, but you're scared because you're afraid to fail, or you're afraid it's not going to work out, or you're afraid it's not going to turn out the way you want it to turn out, or whatever fears and anxiety that you're conjuring up in your mind that's preventing you from taking a step forward. I'm going to need you to go ahead and put it down. Let it go. Release and trust. Trust that God is with you. Trust that God is with you through every step of this journey. Because it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But in that, you will see growth. I know I have to trust and believe that that's that would be the result. That would be what comes out of my obedience to the things that the Lord has called me to. So yeah, I know I was gonna talk about relationships. I'll do another video on that. I feel like I needed to specifically hone in on this particular topic. I just felt that so deeply in my spirit, and I'm glad I got it out. I feel like I, said what needed to be said, and I'm gonna need y'all to if this word applies, okay, start thinking, start praying, start, allowing God to do his work. But if it don't apply, let it fly. Okay? The people that are connected to this word is for you. Just as much as it is for me. Because what? So I love you guys. I hope this word was helpful, beneficial, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah.